everyone. So, yet another situation here with my Tiguan. I just opened up the door this morning. It was raining overnight, and yep, I got quite a bit of water in there. So that's pretty problematic because through this opening here, you see there are some wiring. It's a swimming pool. Basically, there's water. If the water actually gets to the surface of the mat, it gets everywhere, including under the seat and also towards the passenger seat on the rear bench. So it's just really annoying. There are some connectors under the floor in this area, so I know it's completely flooded at that point. I'm gonna have to start by removing the water, so let's start with that. Okay, so the first step is going to be removing the mat from there, and there's really not a lot of options to take this all out. Because you have the mat, the black mat, that's kind of the top, what you can see here when you look at the passenger seat. But under there is a pretty thick fabric, like a cushion, that makes the floor a little bit more comfortable when you step in it. It's also a noise damper, and probably thermal insulation of some kind. So all of that is now full of water, and the challenge is that it's very spongy in nature, so it's gonna absorb the water. The water will percolate to higher areas as well along the wall of the passenger footwell. So it's just a nightmare. The only way to really get this out is by using a vacuum cleaner. So that's what I'm doing this in this situation. If you have a shop vac, that's your best option. This is going to help you remove most of the water. It's still going to be super wet regardless. So you're going to have to be a little creative to take the moisture out because it will be there and it will stay there for days and possibly weeks. I've gone through this before, and see, actually the vacuum cleaner is just sucking the water out. You can see the water level receding, which is what you want. But it doesn't, it helps, but it certainly will not remove all the moisture and all the water from the carpet, because the carpet underneath is about an inch thick. So if you press down on it, you're gonna see that it's still full of water. So you're gonna have to ventilate the car, aerate the car, make sure there is some air circulation. You can use a dehumidifier, you can use some fans. I know that some detailing places will be using fans to dry out the interior of the car when you perform a shampooing, for instance, of the carpets. So that's gonna be your best option. But the first step will be to remove as much as you can using a vacuum cleaner, using a shop vac, right? So don't forget to remove the filter in your shop vac if you're sucking out liquids, because that's the way you should be doing it. Otherwise, you're gonna just ruin your filter. Plus, there's a floater switch, like a floater ball, that's in the tank of your shop vac that's gonna raise as the water level in your shop vac increases, and at some point you're gonna get an audible signal that your shop vac is full and that you need to empty it. So don't forget to remove the filter before you do that. So we're gonna go ahead and continue cleaning this up and see what it looks like underneath after that. So let's continue with that. We have completed the first step, which is using your shop vac to remove most of the water. This is the end result. There was quite a bit of water in there. There's still a lot, but at least we removed probably, I would say, about 15 liter easily from the car. So that's always good, right? Now let's look at how we can get rid of all the moisture and the remaining water in the carpet. All right, so I wanted to do a quick video here as an addition to the previous one to show you. I managed to find the hole where the drain is located. It's all the way down here. So if you see in the lower corner, I'm gonna try to zoom in a little bit. All in, I can't quite zoom on it. I'll quite focus on it more so. But it's literally right in that corner down here, right here. So it's really hard to see, but there's a hole there.
and there's a pipe. Yeah, see right there? See the hole? All the way down here? Oh, that's where it is. And that's where, right here. I can't really, yeah, it's right in that space. So I've seen a lot of videos about the leaking sunroofs. It's a common issue on Tiguan's. Obviously, I just started the car. Now the airbag light is on. Not surprisingly, because it's probably all wet. There was probably an error, so I might need to clear the code. It's just bad news, but this is drying nicely so far. And there is also another hole on this side, which is, again, right in that corner here. Can't really see it, but it's right in that space here. So if you use a lamp, like a torch, which I have one here. Let's see if I can zoom in. Might be difficult. Yeah, can really see it here. Right here. See the hole down there? That's where it is. So this hole could be plugged. One way to unplug that is to use a compressor with a little nozzle and just blow it up, right? There is a chance that when you do that, you might unplug the hose that runs on top of the liner, so between the roof and the liner. That would be more problematic, but at this point, on my end, it's worth a try. So I'm gonna give it a shot, see what happens. Let me set this up, and I'll resume the video. Alright, so I'm on my roof right now. I got my nozzle right here. It might be difficult for me to film it, but I want to make sure that I actually put it in the right place. So it's gonna have to be right in this corner. Try to show you what I'm doing here. This is my nozzle. I'll zoom out a little bit. And as I press down on the air deflector, I should be able to access the hole. In fact, I don't even have to move it really. So, there we are. I'm really not sure whether it's doing anything. The only way to tell will be to use some water and see if it drains, which I'm going to do next. So I'm going to do the outside. I'm sorry, it's really difficult to film and do this at the same time. So it's all the way down. Okay, well, that went pretty well. Can't tell whether it's blowing anything. And since I don't know where the hose is coming out of, I mean, presumably it's gonna come out behind the trim somewhere. Oh, see, what we're looking at here. That's really interesting. See this? That is actually good news as far as I'm concerned, because that means that something came out of there. Right? And that's new. See, it's still dripping there. So, did not expect that, but certainly the hose ends up behind here somewhere. Could be under there. It could be under the trim. Can't really tell. I might be able to get to access it. Let's see. So if you take the gasket out, this comes out. So staple. Then if you raise this, see there, there's stuff down there. Can't really get to it, but there's definitely water there. So what I'm going to do is, it's all wet, so clearly something has happened here. And that could be an easy way to tell whether the hose is actually empty or not. And there's a drain obviously here that's pretty big, right? You can see right in the middle here. That's the main drain, but that's a good access point. It's very interesting. On this side, what do we have? Take the same little staple here, take it out, put it aside, and this comes off. And sure enough, yeah, lots of leaves, lots of garbage in there. that should be cleaned up. So I'm gonna clean that up with my shop vac here, and I'm gonna try to blow some air as well and see if it does anything. All right, so we're back up here. So my friend here has got the compressor, and so she's gonna be squeezing the nozzle and see what happens. Go ahead. Yeah, harder. Oh, okay, it's good. It's good. Stop. Okay, so I do feel some air, which is okay. Squeeze harder again. Oh yeah, I can. Hang on. Keep going. Yep, that's good. That's good. All right. Stop. So as you put your hand in there, you can feel the stream of air. So the air is coming out. So the pipe is free, which is good. That means that this drain is working the way it should. So that's actually good news. We're gonna do the same on the other side. So give me 1 sec. Let me reset the setup here. Okay, so we're on the other side now. The same idea. Okay, so go ahead, squeeze the handle. Okay, so there's clearly air coming out. I can feel it right here. And it's all the way in the back. Lots of air. Okay, so that's actually really good news. Yeah, you can stop now. That's excellent news because that means that the pipe is going all the way from the sunroof gutter to here. And we have the drain down here, and that's free. I'm gonna vacuum all this garbage here. But that's great. So it also means that the duct is still connected to the gutter on the sunroof, which is also a common problem on these vehicles. Could leak from there. So I think with all this, I should be in good shape. So I'm gonna test it out and get back to it. All right, so we're gonna continue the testing here. And I've got a very cute watering can here. My neighbor gave me, or lent me more so. And I'm gonna use it to pour water down here and make sure it's draining. And clearly, you can even hear it actually. Water is not accumulating, which is good news. And we should be able to see some wetness going on that side. So I'll put this here for now. Yeah, well, clearly water has dripped down here, which is perfect. That's what we want. So we're gonna do the same side on the other side, the same thing on the other side. Oh yeah, it's drying here, so I need to go around the car. Okay, bear with me. There we are. So same idea. I'm gonna do it from the top here. And same thing. And here's some gurgling, which is always a good thing. You can even hear the water. Actually, I'm gonna try to squeeze in there. Yeah, we do have water coming out. We have water that clearly came down over there. You can see the wet trail. So presumably everything is working. Just need to clean up this mess here. All the leaves and everything. And we'll be good to go. So hopefully this is gonna address the problem. Gonna give some time for the car to dry out. It will dry out probably pretty quick. What I've noticed, however, which is really bad news, and I might need my compressor to actually clean this up a little bit, is my airbag light is now on. I jump started the car. Battery is a little weak, so I might need to replace it shortly. And yeah, sure enough, the airbag light is on. So what we can do, since I actually have my scanner connected, so we can take a look here, see what gives. Gonna go on the ODB. That's really bad news actually for the airbag. Okay, so I'm gonna go down, read the codes. ECU1, which is the only one on this car. Under boost condition, that has happened in the past. Surprisingly, this is the only one. So maybe the airbag just needed to reset. I doubt the car is going to start, but oh, it starts. Look at that. And Do we have an airbag light or not? We do not, so that's great because there's a little concern about that. I'm still gonna blow air on the connectors and make sure that there's no moisture in there, but it looks like we're good on that end. So hopefully there won't be any additional corrosion building up in the connector. It's a common issue on this vehicle, and you might have seen my other video that dealt with the airbag light on the passenger side. That was due to a broken pin on one of the connectors, and that was due to the corrosion. And that happened to be actually in that spot over there. So I can go around and show you once again, but I have another video on that topic that you'll find in the description. That's here. If you look at the bottom of the seat, there is a bunch of connectors here, and yeah, that's where you have your airbags and everything. So I'm gonna try to make sure this gets some proper air. This is already dry, actually, surprisingly, so that's great. Yeah, hopefully this is going to address the problem permanently. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay put for the next one. Bye for now. One brief note on the situation down here. If you do end up having a situation like this where you have a lot of shit going on there, well, that could be part of the problem too, right? So if all of this, you have so much garbage, leaves and, you know, little tree branches or whatever, like kindles or whatever, or this could ultimately plug your main drain here. Even though it's really big, it could get plugged over time. So there is a little trim that goes on there. Very easy to remove. Just have to lift up this corner here. This is only slided into the top right here, where you have a little latch. There's no screws, there's nothing, but let's say actually this would get clogged, then the water could accumulate, worst case scenario, and enter through this vent, right? And that could be a problem, and that could be also a reason why you're getting water into the car. So make sure this vent is clean, make sure this draining hole is clean as well. Make sure you don't have accumulation of leaves and little debris just like that and over there. Common problems, right, when you live in the woods, when you have trees around. This really needs to be clean. I'm gonna also clean up this area. Just drying out my vacuum after sucking all that water out, and I'm gonna be dealing with this. All right, thought I would mention that. All right, so just completing the cleaning here. It's nice and clean now. Whoops, spotless, which is exactly what you want. One trick is if you have there's a few leaves left here. I have to vacuum that out. If you have one of these shop vacs, you can reverse them so that you're pushing air instead of vacuuming. So you put your hose on the other output here, right? And once you have done this, use your hose to push some air through there, because there's also leaves accumulating on the underneath of that, right? And you might not see them. So that way you can make sure you have a thorough cleaning of this entire area. So just a quick tip.